Alright, what's going on, folks? Mr. Brunsvold here. Welcome to my kitchen. As you can see, I've got a wide variety of appliances in here that could be used for this project. Got, a toaster, refrigerator, got a microwave, a couple different coffee makers. But the one that I'm going to use is my roommate's Magic Bullet blender. So this is a blender that he uses to make smoothies. Um, Now, what you need to do for your project is take a picture of the appliance. So I need to see like what appliance you're using. And then you also need to take a picture of a label on the back of your appliance that shows the different power requirements. So this one here, you can see that it says that the voltage is 120 volts and that the power is 250 watts. So you need to use something different than my appliance. You need to find an appliance in your house. A lot of times, the appliances, it'll be either on the back or on the bottom where it gives this information. And some appliances don't give this information, so you need to find an appliance in your house that does give this information. Get your parents to help you if you're struggling with this, or give me a message and maybe we can WebEx and I can find a spot in your house with an appliance that will meet the requirements for this project. Okay, um, so once you have found the appliance that you're going to be using for this project, and then you've taken a few pictures of it, you're going to fill out this information in part 2 here. So remember that my appliance is the Magic Bullet blender. I'm going to insert a few pictures that I took of it right now. Image drive. So here's my Magic Bullet blender. And I'll play around with the picture, make sure it's a good fit. There we go. So there's my Magic Bullet blender, and then on this side I'm going to insert my picture of the label that includes the voltage and the power. Let's go insert image from my drive, and I wanted this one right here. Insert. I'll shrink it down a little bit so that it fits nicely. There, right. And you can clearly see here that the voltage is 120, and that the power is 250. Okay, and then for part B, you give a description of like what you would do with your appliance if you were going to use it. And so even if you picked an appliance that you don't ever use in your house, just make up a scenario. So like, for example, this Magic Bullet blender, I never use it, but I know what my roommate does with it. He uses it to make smoothies or blend smoothies. So I'm going to say I am going to use the blender to make a smoothie. Right, so again, this part doesn't have to be real, just tell me what the appliance is used for. So how long will this task take? Well, I think when my roommate makes a smoothie, like the blender's on for maybe like a total of like 20 seconds when he does it. I don't know, that's just an estimate, but it really doesn't matter. Um, but make sure you include units with there, right? So don't just say like 20 or 5 or something like that. You need to actually include units. So 20 seconds, 5 minutes, something like that. 3 hours, right? I need some sort of unit to indicate how long it's being run for. All right, so then when I look at the blender, it looks like the power is 250 watts. So look for the W to figure out how much power something has. If you can't find it on there, well, you might need to pick a different appliance or something. Find an appliance that uses a certain amount of power and has it written on the back there, or on the bottom is usually where you'll find it. So power 250 watts. Potential difference. So another term for this is voltage. In fact, I'm going to add that to your worksheet so that you're not confused. So potential difference, and I'll put that in parentheses there, voltage. The voltage is 120 volts, and most of yours will be 120 volts, but make sure you follow whatever it says on the picture, right? Some appliances, especially if they're bought from like Europe or South America or something like that, or Asia, they might actually run at a different voltage than 120. So just check that. Although if it's drastically different than 120, they probably won't work very well in your house because your house is probably wired for 120. Okay, and then that's how you do part 2. So let me know if you have any questions.